Hello everyone, my name is Christian Andre, and I want to welcome you to the New Age Show. This show is dedicated to bringing you the healers of different places of the world, and today I have with me a very interesting guest, Master Choi. Hello, Master Choi.
Hi, Christian.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
All right. Master Choi is a master of an ancient Korean healing technique called Sunin Do. And he's practicing here in America, and specifically in Santa Monica. And I have brought here with me today a whole crowd of people, or small crowd of people, to illustrate this healing technique to you. So first of all, I'd like to introduce all my guests. And as you've met already, Master Choi. And to my right, we have Chung John.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So Chung John, you're a student of Master Choi, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you've been a student for?
1 year and 6 months.
Great. Okay, so we'll get into everything with everybody. I just want everybody to be introduced so that they can feel welcome to say anything they want at any time. So on the other side of the set, we have with us today, we have Beth.
Hello.
Hello, Beth.
How are
And you've been with Master Choi for how long?
For about a year.
A year. Great. Okay, and we'll talk about your story and all that. And I want to move on to introduce everybody. We have Kelly McCarthy.
Yes, Kelly McCarty. Hi, Christian.
Hi. And again, also you've been with Master Choi for a short period of time, right?
Very short period, but very intense period actually, for only 2 months.
Great. Okay. And then we have another Beth.
Yes.
The first Beth was Beth Hollander. I didn't see your name, so here it is.
I'm
And
Beth
second,
Lafferty.
Thank you for helping me.
Certainly. I am Nick Lafferty's mom, and he has been seeing Master Choi for 11 months. And
Great. Okay.
I'll let my son introduce.
Let's go quickly just for everybody to meet.
Hi, I'm Nick Lafferty, and I just want to say hi, Christian. And I was with Choi for 11 months to a year.
Great. Okay. Well, let's. Okay. So maybe before we go into some testimonial, first of all, I'd like to speak a little bit with Master Choi. For Master Choi, for people who don't know about Sunin Do, can you briefly just tell them what it is about?
My student Chong can explain.
Okay, so I guess we'll put you to work, Chun John. What is Sunin Do?
Yes, Sunin Do has two focus. The first one is the Songgong. It's a class. We learn the Sunin Do exercise and meditation for the increasing our ki energy. And the second focus is Pogi treatment. It's a healing technique. So Master Choi can healing to anybody. So that's our Sunin Do.
Great. For those of you who don't know about ki, the term ki energy basically is your life force energy, right, Master Choi? It's your vital energy. And I think it's important for people to understand that there are different kinds of ki energy, right? There is pure ki energy.
Excuse me. Human body has 4 kinds of ki energy. As one of those negative ki energy, neutral ki energy, positive ki energy, and pure ki energy. As negative ki energy increase body inside, and positive ki energy decrease. It's get us sick and physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally change, get worse.
I'd like for people to understand, how do we accumulate negative energy? What are the sources of negative energy?
Negative energy, mostly 45%, approximately 45% inherited from ancestor,
Yeah, so
generation by generation.
Yeah, so it's the concept of genetic.
Yeah, genetic
bad
gene.
Negative ki
Yes,
energy.
Yeah, the gene inside. Cannot cure medicine and Medicare. cannot change the genetic.
And where is that? Oh, yeah, they cannot change the genetics.
Yeah. But pure ki energy, it can change, it can tackle the back ki energy, get it up, gene inside human body. And then get up the back ki energy, totally changing, can change body and spirit and mental
and
emotion.
And the way you do it is because you yourself studied the art of Sunin Do. And how did you, first of all, what is the difference between good ki energy and pure ki energy?
Oh, good question. Is human body, human being is three part of important
three major parts
elements. Is body, one is body, one is ki energy, one is spirit. Ordinary people, they have good ki energy and also bad ki energy, but they don't have a pure ki energy. Pure ki energy is good ki energy purify through the around the Sunin Do practice, and get up the bad ki energy. Good ki energy make the purify, and then we got a pure ki energy, and then we can receive the universe ki energy. Somebody asked me, I emit the ki energy from patient and my student, and then how to recharge your body? All of your ki energy spent exhausted. How to recharge it? They ask me sometimes. I spend the ki energy more and more, and my power more and more stronger.
Now, would people, like for you to develop, was there a breaking point in time when you shifted from good ki energy to pure ki energy? Was there a turning point when you felt like you had pure ki energy versus just good ki energy?
Turning point?
A change? One day, how does it happen? Did you one day just wake up and feel like you had pure ki energy flowing through you instead of good ki energy?
It can describe very difficult.
Yeah.
Difficult. I cannot explain in perfectly.
But there is a shift. You felt a difference in your life at some point that there was a different energy going through you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And it had an influence on the body, the mind, the emotions, and the spirit, right? Okay, great. Well, let's get a little bit of testimonials here, and we'll start with Beth and Nikki. So, Beth, can you tell us a little bit about your story? And I guess it's Nikki's story, right?
Yes, it's Nikki's story, but it started last year in December. Nick had been diagnosed as an asthmatic, and he had been put on medication in September. And by October, he had been hospitalized for the first time. And in response to the hospitalization, his doctors ordered more medication. And in October, he was hospitalized twice. And each time when we went in, he was unconscious, not breathing, turning blue. It was a very serious deterioration. By December, we had pretty much lost hope that the treatment that we were receiving from his doctors was going to be effective. He was taking inhaled and oral medication 27 times a day, and he was really sick.
Yeah, I'd like to, can you pass the mic
Certainly.
to Nikki? And Nikki, how did you feel?
Well, I just felt really bad. I usually couldn't wake up in the morning. I always had headaches, migraines, and I usually had to go to the hospital because I couldn't breathe. And as I was turning different colors. And so we heard about Master Choi, and so we went, and I went to an OMD, an Oriental medical doctor, and with the mix of those two, I got much better because the medicine that I was taking was coating my lungs so I couldn't breathe. So on the mix of those two guys, I've been feeling much better, and I've been doing much better. I haven't been hospitalized yet this year, and I've done very good.
Great. Okay, well, let's get the mic back to your mom. So,
when I came to Master Choi, the person I had spoken with had told me that she had been treated for allergies and respiratory breathing problems. And so I knew that that sounded like a good possibility. I'd also discovered in my investigation about asthma that a certain type of breathing helped asthmatics. It's pranayamic breathing where the exhale is longer than the inhale. And so I didn't know who Master Choi was. I didn't know what he did, but I knew that yogic breathing was something that we should look into, and I knew from my friend that he had helped her with respiratory distress. So on those two things we started, and I must say, I didn't know what to expect the first treatment, and it was very unusual, but I watched my son in one treatment at the very least become very physically relaxed, and he had been, the asthma had affected his upper body. His body posture was different. I could tell by looking at him that he was very tight and very stiff, the way he held his body. I know after the first treatment that he walked out physically different. I didn't know what had occurred inside, and I didn't know why. But the effects of the first treatment was enough for me to come back. And we did, and we saw Master Choi 3 times a week, or actually maybe even more often in those first couple of weeks. But, oh my, I'd say within maybe 2 weeks, I started noticing an improvement in him, and it continued. His breathing became clearer. I think one of the most dramatic things was the migraines that he experienced. I brought Nick into Master Choi dozens of times where he would experience a migraine in the car on the way to his office, because we had a very long drive to his office. And I would bring Nicky in, and he would be ashen and in terrible pain. And within minutes of starting a pokey treatment, the headache was gone. It was no longer an issue. It was simply left at the door. And the whole episodes, Nick has not had a migraine in 11 months. He's not had an asthma attack. He played sports for the first time this fall. He's in school.
That's great. You must be really...
We're really thrilled.
Happy. Huh?
It has worked for us.
Yeah, that's great. Well, actually, maybe what we could do now is, would you like to maybe give a demonstration, Master Choi? Master Choi will give a demonstration of what is called a pokey treatment. A pokey treatment is actually a treatment in which Master Choi infuses his pure energy into the person's body, actually, but I'm sure the energetic bodies. And by doing so, and correct me if I'm wrong, it displaces bad energy, right? Your pure energy moves the bad energy out of the way, right? And so we'll... I guess we have everybody set up already. So we have Beth and Nikki sitting down here. And Master Choi, again, will show you a demonstration of a pokey treatment. In that treatment, what happens is that Master Choi sees colors around the people, right? You see colors, and then when you see that the color is darker, Is that what tells you where to go, or you just go without even seeing the colors? What makes you go to a certain spot?
It's when I infuse my pure key energy to a patient,
Yeah.
and then bad key energy coming out at the time, all first smell coming out.
Yes.
Sometimes burning hair smells, burning pepper smells, toxic gas smells. It's awful smells.
Yeah.
At the time, key energy is thin and thick, and color is dark blue and dark gray and black and red, as red color. Kind of colors, I can see the colors.
Yeah. So it's specific colors. The colors of where the negative key energy, it's specific colors, or it can be any color, but a darker tone of the color. Any color?
Yeah, any color is, especially for example, for egg, like egg, the surface is very hard, and more and more deep inside, we can reach the yolk, core.
Yeah, the yolk.
Core, yolk, and more concentrate smells coming out, more dark black and red color. See up here.
So it's by seeing the colors that you know where you should place your rods, right?
Yeah,
you see the color and it tells you where to go.
I can hear key energy.
You can hear it?
Yeah, key energy, something sound.
Really? Yeah, that's great. Okay, well, what we're going to do now is actually we will have Master Choi step down and do the key treatment. Okay? So, Jung-John, what is Master Choi doing right now?
Excuse me. He infused his purified key energy to the bass and neck, and he can sense their key energy, and he can see the color of the key energy, and he can hear some sound from their patient right now.
Can you smell? Smells very mild and burning pepper smell, right?
So right now what Master Choi is explaining is that when you release the bad ki energy, there's actually some smells that are released, and it's actually toxic gases, and they smell, they have a foul smell, or they have a burning paper type smell. And I've had some treatments with him, and I've smelled it one time, so I know they are there, and everybody else has. But as we restore the good ki energy, then we become aware of these smells.
Show me your hand.
Now, right now, Master Choi is closing the treatment. How does he close the treatment, Chung-Jan? Does he just finishes off by putting, like, engulfing them in good ki energy, or what? Is there a specific thing he does at the end?
How to feel?
No. Okay.
How to feel?
And with the swinging, the long swings, that's to what is that for?
When he infuses ki energy through the stick, through the chop,
Mm-hmm.
the bad ki energy came from the patient,
Mm-hmm.
and when he the swing, the bad ki energy is go away. So and bad smell also gone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're about running out of time, and I want to thank everybody who's been here on the show today. And we'll get to part 2, and we'll speak to Kelly as well on the next show. Master Choi, if anybody wants to get in touch with him, is in practice in Santa Monica, and you can call my number at the end of the show. I'll help you get in touch with him. And we'll just be closing this version of the New Age show. I want to thank you very much for being with us, and we will be back again at the same time next week with part 2 of this show. So we'll give another demonstration of a Poki treatment, and also we'll talk a bit about a meditation that Master Choi has to raise your ki energy. So I want to thank you very much for being with us, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.